It's the middle of January and we are only 1 point off the automatic promotion spots. However, it's January transfer window and there's a good chance we could lose at least two of our good players. One has already gone. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 40 of my Bristol Rovers FM20 playthrough. My name is James, and on today's episode we have a very important away match against Reading in the Championship, and then we face Stoke in the FA Cup 4th round. Since you were last with me, it's been some pretty good form. So the last match was West Brom, we lost, and then we beat Preston after extra time in the FA Cup 3rd round. We did though follow that up with a loss against Birmingham at home. Very disappointing to lose against a team like Birmingham at home, but it's one of those games where, regardless of what we did, we couldn't seem to get a grip on the match, and Birmingham were able to get the goals that saw them leave with the victory. However, we've had 3 matches now winning on the trot: away against Blackburn, a home against Stoke, and a fantastic 4-1 away win against, who were at the time second in the table, Bournemouth, which was a fantastic victory that has propelled us into 3rd place in the table. Bournemouth are lying below us. The team we face today, Reading, are also just below us in 5th, and we are 1 point off of Derby, who are the only reason we are currently not in 2nd, as they jumped above all of us during that stretch of games. Other than that, I mentioned that it is the January transfer window, and we have had a little bit of movement. So in the last episode, we welcomed Stacey and Douglas into the team. We've now had Charlie McCann, who is our new 22-year-old Mazzala and advanced playmaker, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential ability. He came in for a bargain basement £300,000 from Man United. He's already played 1 match, scored a goal, and an 8.1 average rating. So what a debut for this guy, and will be playing today as Rolls frustratingly is away on still travelling back from international duty. In terms of outs, we've had Lumeka left in the last episode. We also had Holmes Dennis, who's gone out on loan. He's pretty much done, I think. He's not good enough to really be at the club anymore, and so I think he's hopefully use this opportunity to try and find a new club. And then hopefully what is not the start of things to come, but Korea has gone. We didn't have much of a choice in the matter. The board accepted an offer based on the active relegation transfer clause that was in his contract, based on us being relegated out of the Premier League. He has gone to Wuhan, I presume they're in China, Chinese Super League, for £8.75 million. He's also gone over there to earn £47,500 a week. We could not even been anywhere near that at all. So that is frustrating. More scary is the fact that Arzani, who is also on international duty, is also wanted. He is wanted by many clubs. We have a selection of German clubs, Wolves and Burnley in there as well, and Watford with minor interest. He does also have, like Korea, have a release clause, but his is £21.5 million, and I've already agreed with him after having had a one-to-one conversation that if somebody came in with that release clause, I would let him go, but nothing below that, and he was perfectly happy with that. If we manage to get out of the transfer window without selling him, I will straight away be offering him a new contract. I know he's on 40 grand already, and he's got 3 years, but depending on how much he wants in terms of wage, he is good enough for me to want to at least fight to try and get that out of his contract. In terms of what finances we've got left to bring people in, we do have £10 million in the pot. That money came in from Korea. We've also got a fair bit of wage budget left, so I'm hoping to bring a few more people in. So let's get into the match. First fixture of the day is going to be the away game against Reading in the Championship. Team who are 2 places below us, but will give us an opportunity, if we can win, to separate ourselves from the lower half of the playoff pack and also push ourselves closer to that automatic promotion spot. And this is a team that's going to face them today with some notable exceptions. Arzani is on international duty. Jack Rolls is on international duty. Both Kilgore and Lockyer are both out injured. Kilgore is out for another up to 2 weeks with a pulled calf muscle. That one was very scary because that was after the last match, and I genuinely thought he was going to be out for the season based on how he went off. And then Lockyer is out for another 3 to 4 weeks after knee tendonitis. So he's going to be out for at least another month yet. That means this is the team, and sadly the slightly weakened team for today's episode. So we have Trafford in goal, a back four of Connolly, Caneen, Long and Stacey. A very different back four to what we've seen in the last episode. McCann and Gallagher in central midfield. McCann making his second appearance of the season and his first appearance on an episode. Barrett, Smith and Ginnelly are the attacking three, with Clark Harris, as per usual, up front. Now, in terms of moving forward with this, as anyone who's watching this just after it comes out will be aware of the fact that FM21 is coming out 24th of November, and it'll be out. The beta will be out about 2 weeks before that. I will be doing a beta save. I'll be releasing a bit more information about that as and when it happens, which means that this series has limited episodes remaining. I reckon I've probably got maybe 6, maybe 7 episodes at most left of this series. So I think the challenge is going to be seeing out the rest of this season, more than likely maybe a playoff run. And then the series will probably end with us being in the Premier League. I guess bouncing straight back after our humiliating relegation last season. And then what I'll do is, even if there's a little bit of overlap, I will still get to that point at which we finish this season. But after that, hopefully FM21 beta would have dropped to that point, and then I will then start my brand new series. Right, 35 minutes played. We have a highlight from the kickoff. Caneen with the big ball forward, looking for Clark Harris, but cannot find him. Caneen managed to win the header, though, to Barrett, to Smith, to Gallagher. Can he find somebody out wide? He does. He manages to find Ginnelly, but Ginnelly, poor first touch and loses the ball. And Reading now look to bring the ball forward, passing it through. Puskas manages to walk through our central defence there. Who was that he just walked past? Long, many times this season has been caught napping there. And it wasn't even that good, the fact he couldn't see the ball coming. Ball was put forward. Ball was put through. Long was watching there. Just let his man run and puts it through. And that puts us 1-0 down. So frustrating for how well we've been playing offline. And now we're losing. Again, yes, it's in an away game against a playoff contender. But we've beaten Bournemouth. We've beaten Watford. We've beaten Derby. We should be able to beat Reading as well. And we just can't seem to get consistent form like we did earlier on in the season that propelled us up the league in the first place. Right, going out in the second half, assertively, show me something else, because that was trash. Right, 60 minutes gone. Smith has had an awful game, so he is coming straight off. Douglas is then coming on for his first appearance on an episode. And Clark Harris hasn't had a great game either, in all honesty. McCann, after his great debut, he's now having a poor game as well. Let's bring on Bialis for him. I'll leave those two for the time being. And based on the scores of what our players have at the moment, it's not surprising that we're 1-0 down in this game, but we need to be getting more out of this lot. I'm going to demand some more. See if we can try and get something. At the very least, we should be getting a draw away at Reading if we want any chance of being able to stay in this playoff push, or if we want any chance of maybe getting the automatic promotion spots. But Reading have won the ball back here, and I'm going to look to bring it forward again. Puskas, who scored the first goal, is now coming forward. Long just lets him walk past him again. Long is coming off after this highlight for the way he is playing this match. Richard has the ball into the centre. Caneen manages to save him. When Caneen is the youngster, and the youngster is doing better than Long, who is supposed to be the experienced veteran in the side, it is embarrassing for Long. Stacey goes crashing in there. I honestly thought he was going to give away a free kick and get sent off. But Silva at the back post. Luckily, the ball goes over the top, and we are saved blushes there. Right. Long is on a 6.9, but is on a booking. Frustratingly, we don't have anybody on the bench. We are definitely short of centre-backs with both Kilgore and Lockyer out at the moment. If we've got anybody we can bring on for Ginnelly, let's bring on Stokes. I'm not 100% sure what else we can do here. Maybe push Douglas forward as an Ongonch. Maybe push Bialis forward as a... let's go as advanced playmaker. Let's really start to push our players forward. Let's put our fullbacks on attack as well. Let's get as many men as we can up the field as possible. See if we can try and salvage something from this game. Right, we have a highlight here straight away. Throw in with Barrett to Bialis. Back to Barrett. Looks to bring it inside, chips it across to Stacey, who's at the back post. What a volley by Stacey, just outside the penalty area. Barrett gets the ball back from the throw-in, chips it straight across. Stacey unmarked at the back post. And Stacey goes from one minute, it looks like he's about to get sent off, to being the hero. Barrett there with the ball. Stacey being pushed forward on attacking instruction on the volley, smashes it into the bottom corner, and that makes the score look much better at 1-1. We are back into third place as well. Come on, let's try and get a win now. Let's try and push this more. And that's it, full time. I did say I'd take 1-0 after going 1-0 at half time. 1-0 away at Reading is not the worst thing in the world. It keeps us in third place. It does mean that it doesn't mean we can stretch the gap between us and Bournemouth and Reading, but it does mean everyone in theory stays where we are. But we now move away from the stress of the Championship to hopefully a little bit of fun in the FA Cup fourth round. Our next signing of the January transfer window has come in. I'd like to welcome Ben Cottrell, who is a 21-year-old English attacking midfielder. He has come in from Arsenal for £1 million. He was on loan for the first half of the season with St Johnstone in the Scottish Premiership and did okay actually. Didn't manage to score many goals or get many assists, but in the 18 games he did get a 7.03 average rating. He comes in, has been able to play almost everywhere on the field. It's one of the things that drew me to him in the first place. But the other reason why I have brought this man in, because Watford have come in and offered £4.5 million for Odin Bailey. Now, Odin Bailey has come in, has been here 2 seasons, hasn't really ever done much. He's only played kind of a dozen or so games each season. Didn't sort of rip up any trees. Wasn't really developing how I'd like. And so when it said that the clubs were showing interest in him, and he came to me and said he wanted a new contract because the clubs were showing interest, I said we could look at it possibly at the end of the season just to keep him happy. But Watford have come in and offered him £4.5 million. But as soon as interest started showing in him, I thought I'll replace him straight away, see if I can replace him. If I can bring in an upgrade, which I feel we have done, then I will sell him on. And we have in theory made a £3.5 million profit, only spending £1 million on him, and then getting £4.5 million for Odin, for a player that is also 2 years his junior. It's FA Cup fourth round day, and today we face Stoke away at the Bet365 Stadium. We come into this with strong form, whereas Stoke come into this with inconsistent form. But in the FA Cup, obviously that means absolutely nothing. And with players still out on international duty or out injured, we have exactly the same team that started the previous match, bar a debut for Ben Cottrell, who comes straight in after his transfer from Arsenal, comes straight into the starting squad. Smith's dropped down to the bench. We'll see what he can do. Last couple of seasons, we have set ourselves a standard of being particularly good in the Carabao Cup. I'm going to say in this one, let's go out. The odds by looks are against us, against Stoke, but we are near the top of the table. They are mid-table in the Championship. I feel we can get a good result here, and I want us to get a good result here to carry on this cup run. Not only is this providing us a little bit more in the way of financial gain, but also I think just increasing our reputation, which will be extremely useful going back up to the Premier League. Barrett with a free kick into the box, but Burzik is quickest there. The Stoke goalkeeper comes out and clutches it out of the air. Throws it out to the Stoke left back, to Ince, to Doyle. Doyle with a big ball forward, looking for the striker, but we managed to win it back. Cottrell with his first touch on the ball. Now to Barrett, to Caneen. Big ball forward looking for Clark Harris. Clark Harris nods it out to Barrett. Barrett is out on the wing. Is he going to bring it inside, or is he going to try and look for the cross? He tries to look for the cross, but the right back closes him down. Caneen has the ball back in. Another big ball forward. This time can't find Clark Harris. And Stoke look to bring the ball forward again. This time managed to find a Phobie, who's in the penalty area. The first tackle comes in. Second shot. The first tackle came in. I thought that was going to be it there, but no. He manages to collect the second one. No one else moved there. I'm not sure who it was that went in for the tackle. Big ball comes forward. A Phobie there. Who's come running in there? Long comes running in. Puts the tackle in. Nobody else here. Connolly doesn't follow him. Caneen is massively out of position there. But Phobie runs through. Slots it. I don't know if it was under or over. I can't really tell there. Past Trafford. Can't blame Trafford for that one. But Stoke do go 1-0 up. We have a highlight almost straight away after that. With the Stoke goal kick. To Doyle. To Schouten. Out to Ince. To Doyle. Stoke coming forward, looking to double their lead. Back to Schouten? Ball out wide. The player's in massive space. Connolly trying to close him down, but Edwards with the ball into the centre. I paused there because I honestly thought that had gone in. But it was a header there. It came to Afobe. Afobe, I think he must have hit the post there. But Reed with the corner into the centre. Afobe at the back post makes it 2. This is utter trash. What are we doing here? So frustrating. We cannot keep any form at the moment at all. We've won 3 back-to-back games, and in this episode, we're not even gonna be able to get a single win. But Stoke have a throw in here, looking for a third. Reed. If it's a third, I'm making wholesale changes at half-time. Luckily, the shot from Reed, Trafford manages to collect it. We have had 2 shots and not a single one on target. We've done nothing in this match. Stoke have tore us apart in that first match. Absolutely tore us apart. I'm going to get aggressive. Show me something else in the second half. Right, we have a free kick. Barrett with a free kick. Janelli's there with the header from the free kick. I think he was onside. He is onside. No, he's not. I mean, all right. Barrett with the free kick there. Janelli with the header. Frustratingly, is offside. That makes me think that it's not going to be our day. Bursic with the free kick in the Stoke penalty area to Indy, to Magnini, back to Indy, to Shoughton, to Doyle. Edward Stoker just passing it around happily, working their way up the field. We're not putting any pressure on them at all. They are just walking around our players. We need to make some changes because something needs to change here. And have we just given away a penalty? Right. Well, so much for the FA Cup run. Right, Clark Harris has had a terrible game. He's coming off. Cottrell, so much for your debut. I mean, we got Stacey, Caneen, McCann, Gallagher. I mean, who do I pick? Can we take them all off? I mean, let's take off McCann. Let's bring on Bialis. Let's put him to a deep line playmaker. Let's switch it around a little bit more. Let's push these guys forward. Stacey played better when he was attacking in the last match. Let's push Smith forward as well. Let's go a little bit more attacking. See what we can do. Triple change after 10 minutes. Always shows it's going well. Right, 62 minutes. We finally have a highlight. Connolly to Smith. To Gallagher. To Long. Can he find a man out wide? Nope, he feels a little bit of pressure, so he goes all the way back to Trafford. Trafford ball forward to Bialis. Back to Long. Can he find a pass this time? He can. Out to Janelli. Janelli looks to cut inside and then cuts back outside. Goes past his man into the penalty area. Takes a shot. The keeper bundles it. And Janelli manages to put it in on the rebound. There we go. 1 goal back. I mean, I'm going to stay positive. I think we if we can get another goal before in the next kind of 5 to 10 minutes, I think we've got a chance. But we really need to start picking up the pace. Let's ask the players to get creative. And Phillips is injured and we're down to 10 men. Right, well, this is the formation we're now going to be playing. I think as well, actually, we'll switch Bialis to... Actually, we'll leave him as a deep line playmaker because we've got Smith dropping back as a false 9. We're going to push Barrett and Janelli forward, and we're just going to go for it. I mean, can we even... Let's go extremely direct. Let's lift up the tempo. Let's take off as many instructions as we can. Right, let's see if this mutant of a formation can do anything. But down to 10 men, I think that is probably going to be it for us today. 10 minutes to go. Let's ask them to get creative. Trafford with the goal kick. Big ball forward to Gallagher, who knocks it forward to Smith. Smith as the new false 9. Janelli passes it across, puts it into the far corner, and with 10 minutes to play, we are 1 goal away from the most unlikely of comebacks. If we can get another goal here and take it back to the Memorial Stadium, this will be probably one of the best results of the season for us. I mean, up there with probably the Bournemouth 4-1 away win. To be able to have gone 3-0 down and then to be back within touching distance of them when we're down to 10 men. Can I do another touchline shout? I cannot. Stacey's now picked up a knock. Stoke have a throw in. I can't do another shout yet. Ince has the ball now to Doyle. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that name. To Doyle. To Shoughton. Oh, we win the ball back. Oh, but it's pushed out wide, but there's nobody there, and Lamptey manages to collect it. To Magani. Back to Bursic. Now to Indy. They're passing the ball around. Can we pressure the goalkeeper? He lumps it forward to Lamptey. Lamptey, I presume? Doyle. It is Lamptey. Now to Schouten, who manages to go past his man. He passes him really easily. Now into the penalty area, takes a shot. Trafford with the save. Connolly smashes it into the stands and out for a corner. Can we do a shout yet? We cannot do a shout yet. If there's another Stoke goal, that is it for this game. And the ball in, Afobe looking for his fourth, but Trafford clutches it. Let's ask them for more. Let's get more creative. Let's push more players forward. Let's go mental. Let's bring them all forward. Right, advanced playmaker. Gallagher as a... Can he shoot? He can. Let's push him as a shadow striker. Let's push Trafford forward as a sweeper keeper as well. Let's go for it. Let's just big ball forward. Let's say, where's distribution? Here we go. Take long kicks. Shoot on sight. Put in whipped crosses. I don't think we'll get any, but whipped crosses. Play for set pieces. Be more expressive. Let's anything we can to try and get something in this last couple of minutes. I've done all that, and I bet it will now tick off. Or we have a final highlight here in the 95th minute. Stoke with the ball, though. Powell out wide to Ince in the centre. Chips in. Trafford has the ball. Can we counter-attack? Come on, Trafford. Massive ball forward to all 5 men we have up front at the moment. Can he find somebody? He manages to find Barrett. To Bialis. Oh, he tries to chip it forward, but we can't find anybody. And unfortunately, the big gap in the central midfield means Powell has the ball and is now running forward. To Brimsky, I presume that is. Now to Doyle. To Brimsky. Back to Doyle. Shot to Powell. Powell, Trafford saved. We've only got 10 seconds to go, though. And I think that is probably going to be it. And that is it. Referee blows the whistle. Final score, Stoke 3, Bristol Rovers 2. I mean, it was a far better second half than it was a first half. It was far more stressful than it should have been. If we'd have played better in that first half, and if certain players, Gallagher played really poorly in that game, Stacey played really poorly and picked up a knock near the end, but we've had McCann, Cottrell. Cottrell was his first match. I can forgive him, but Clark Harris, a 6.3. It was awful from Clark Harris. It does seem that when Clark Harris doesn't play well, we don't get the result we want. But that sees us out of the FA Cup. Fortunately, the cup run is over for another season, and so now we focus in a cliche fashion. It means we can now focus on the league. Kieran Phillips is out with a broken leg. He is done for the season. So it's going to be Clark Harris and Clark Harris all the way. That is also going to massively, at 20 years old, a broken leg, that's going to massively hinder his development as well. Stacey's also out for a week now with a twisted knee. PSV have come in for Arzani for 5.5 minutes. You must think I am completely insane. I am not good. How in a million years was I ever going to accept that offer when he's got the release clause that he does? Right, I'm going to send my assistant to the press conference. I'm going to jump forward just to the end of the day, just see if there's any more transfer business we can get in before the end of the episode. Well, it is the Sunday after now, and there's been no more business, so we will leave it here for this episode. Where are we going to come back? I think it's going to have to be Watford away after our win against them early on the season. They're now first in the table, and I think we'll have to play West Brom, who are now in 5th. Try and see if we can get revenge after the 2-1 home defeat. Based on how we're playing at the moment, I'd say it's going to be unlikely. So I'll play the 4 or so games offline, and then we'll come back for that episode. So if you enjoyed that, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of brand new FM20 and FM21 videos when the beta drops every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 5 PM. And thank you very much for watching.